Hey, y'all. This is Deborah J. Harobeds Thoughts, and I'm coming to you today to have a transparent talk with y'all, which I've talked about it before, but being today is 9/11, right? September 11th. We all know what happened in 2001 that completely changed the United States of America. I can still remember at that time I was in beauty school, actually in Fort Pierce, Florida at that time, and we saw everything on the news unfold on the news, and then a lot of you remember, as soon as everything started happening, everything was on the news. So I can remember vividly now, remembering that, witnessing that on television while we were in class. And then, of course, every year we all, we pay homage to all the firefighters, everyone who, helped to protect our country, the soldiers, the people who lost their lives. We pray for their families, and everything. And then that brings me to 2022, September 11th to be exact. I went through my own war. I was in a relationship, and he had never put his hands on me before. So, to my thought process, I didn't think he, would do that. We argued, the arguing that had become constant, like every other day, every week. That was becoming normal. But I honestly can say that not in a million years did I believe that he was going to put his hands on me. He hadn't done it before. But, I was naive. I really honestly didn't think. But on 9/11, 2022, I was pushed down. I was slammed down on the floor. I'm not going to say it lightly. I was slammed down on the floor. And I'm only 5'5.5", give or take. He's 6'7". Do the math. He literally slammed me down on the floor, and I didn't know what was going on. He slammed me down on the floor, and after he pulled me out of the bathroom, I will take it back. He pulled me out of the bathroom because he had told me to clean up everything from the dog. He was already acting erratic that whole weekend and everything anyway. And I had went to take a neighbor to work, because he was already arguing that morning. So, and when I came back, he was all upset because I had even, left the house, without his permission, or without, doing whatever he wanted me to do at the house first. And I left, we were arguing, so she called me at the perfect time. But so when I came back to the house, I shouldn't have even went back in the house. I really shouldn't have, because when he called me, FaceTime me, he was arguing with the young man who was living with us at the time, and he, physically assaulted him. So I shouldn't have even gone back in the house. But again, he's a guy, so I still didn't think he was gonna put his hands on me. I had seen him, but men fight each other, other men. I didn't think he was going to put his hands on me. So I come on in the apartment, and he's like, the dog had messed up on the floor or whatever, defecated. And apparently this happened while I was going to take my friend to work. And so he was telling me, get in here and clean this stuff up or whatever. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? You can clean it up. Like, I wasn't even here. And so he was like, y'all lazy, this, that, and the other, yelling at me and the guy. And so I'm like, okay, Deborah, just get you, broom, do something, go clean up. I'm going to go clean up back here in my bedroom, So I went back there in my room with the broom and stuff. I was going to clean up in my room, and I went to the bathroom first. So I go in the bathroom. Normally, you go in the bathroom with your door closed, right? So I go in the bathroom, and then he literally busts open the door because it's broke. He busts open the door and pulls me. I had already pulled my clothes up, whatever, but he literally pulled me out of the bathroom, because we had to walk through the walk-in closet to get to the bathroom rather. He pulled me through there, and slammed me down on the floor in front of the bed, on the carpeted floor. I was like in disbelief. Literally, I was in disbelief. And then he literally stood me back up by my shoulder, I guess, and pushed me into the hallway and slammed me down on the floor, on the hardwood floor in the hallway, right in front of the, dog stuff or whatever. But that's my other memory of 9/11. I try to forget it. I try not to think about it, but I can't help it. It is what it is. I'm processing it. Of course, it's been a couple years now. That was what 2022 is. 2025 now. It's been 2 years. I'm processing it, praying every day. God, and I'm working through it. Like I used to talk, when I talk about it, I was more shaky. Now I'm not as shaky when I talk about it more. So I have processed a lot. I've grown a lot. I've healed a lot. But I just wanted to share that with you all, and for anyone else that's going through your own 9/11, or that's going through your own, war, because I call it war. But anyone else is going through their own physical abuse, domestic violence, figure out an exit plan. Plan your exit strategy. You don't have to stay in it. Because after a couple of them, that was September. By November, I was gone. I was back home. But yeah, you don't have to stay in it. So I hope this helps someone by me sharing my story. Let me know in the comments, or if you want to talk, shoot me a email. All the information is on my bio on here. If you need someone to just talk to, or if you want to read my book, to get some insight, it's available on Amazon.com on Kindle, or you can get it on my website, HarobedsThoughts.com, either one. But if you just need someone to talk to, like I said, just reach out to me. I'm here. And thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to Harobeds Thoughts. And I pray that you have a blessed day or evening, or whenever time you're watching this video. All right.